What is happening, people? Says welcome back to another video. This is the YIC podcast with Tee2Sugars and the legendary SmoeNova. I hope you guys enjoy.
Do you see that? I was. There's this lava lamp, and I just wanted to put it in a different position. Now look at my arm. Whoa! I got so muscular arms. I want to sit like this in the whole. I will sit like this all the time. Now, it's the shirt. The shirt that makes me so sexy.
That's what it is. That's what it is, definitely.
Congratulations. How many did you sell already? 5?
7.
Wow! Good.
So, yeah. They're rolling out, so it's just something extra that comes in every now and again, like, you know. So I've got to send one off today. So
cool.
Be a good little thing.
I still need to sign one of my prints. There's one of my prints waiting like 7 days so that I write a dedication on it. And always at the end of the day, as I lay in bed and I wanted to do this. My wife can't send it when I don't write the dedication on it, and I always forget it. And it's the Hello Friends and Followers print that nobody ever bought. It's sitting in my storage, and it's 100 pieces print, and we just sold 30 or something.
Is that the pink and blue one?
Yeah.
So you still got 70 pieces?
Something like that. Maybe it's 65 or 73. I don't know it really. I could 69. I could go on my website and just check it for you. I will give you the right answer. 100% real. And this is something that I love so much. Checking the specs in the background of the website. Like, today we sold something. This month was working so good. I see products, storage, and there we are. We still got. I was lying. We got 55 in store. So there's nearly the half of them sold. It was better. It is better than I thought.
I'm trying to sit that side so that we look like we're talking. Sorry.
I mean, I could sit. I can sit in every direction.
Yeah, but now your back is to me. I'm trying to work out. That's it. So now we look like we're sitting talking to each other.
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, cool. Do you got anything that we want to talk about today? Are you already excited?
So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that we're all painting together soon.
Yeah.
So, first announcement went up today. Nick Moody is coming to Paint on Walls Festival.
Yeah.
So where is it being held this year?
Again, where is what?
Where is the festival being held? Is it in Geldern again?
Yes, it's always in Geldern. It's always in Geldern, but always different places. Because the place that we were painting the last time, I think it's demolished already. They were making the whole building new. And I remember that Mattes was posting some pictures of half destroyed walls. And it's I think it's gone. But he told me that he has a new place, and I think that he also already sent me a picture of the wall that we will be painting, and this will be insane because we will be painting next to the Love Letters crew.
Yes.
So the expectations on the other side will be very high and very low on our side, I think. Because we are painting next to the super pros and the cool ones, and we are just the YIC crew. But I think when you're so underrated, you got a good potential to burn. And this is what we want to do. We want to at least be as cool as the Love Letters crew.
Yeah.
The best situation would be that we are all friends afterwards.
Yeah.
With respect.
and then we can do collabs and stuff like that later on in the year and whatever it is then. But so are you going there for the whole weekend? So you're going there from Friday to Monday?
Yes, of course,
Right.
100%. And
So
I
just
think
to let
that
you know,
this time I will go there with the caravan.
cool. So just let you know what I'm doing. We are putting the Paint on Walls Festival at the end of a holiday. So we are going for a holiday around Switzerland, around the Alps. So we do all of that first, and then I think the festival is on the 5th and the 6th.
Something like that, because I am in a holidays right in front of the of our painting as well. I come back from our holidays on the 2nd of August, and from the 4th to the 6th is the date that I've put the festival in my schedule, but probably it will be until the 7th, so that I come back on Monday and stay one more night in the caravan. I'll change this right now in my calendar.
So I'll be there for the 6th. So leave me a space. So
you will come on the 6th. You will be just one day there.
One day, we can't. We tried to make it so that we get there a day early, for 2 days, but it just doesn't. It doesn't work because the trip that we are doing, it just doesn't allow us to get there a day earlier. And we tried to book the caravan because we're taking a camper van again, a bigger one this time. And then obviously we can't get it a day earlier. If we got it a day earlier, then I could get to Geldern a day earlier. So so just leave me a space for a portrait. I'll put a portrait up. And then if you need me to do a little FaceTime call before we map out what we want to do, we're all on WhatsApp. We could probably just sketch something up maybe a couple of days earlier of what we kind of want to do. But I'm going to do another portrait.
So. We definitely need to plan something, and it would be so cool if we had a real concept wall, like a Marvel superhero wall or something. This would be cool, or X-Men wall, or because I'm so into this action figures thing because of my collaboration with heo.com. It seems like that there is more coming. More projects, and they are all around action figures, and I love action figures, and it's like the spark made a huge fire in my heart again, all around action figures. I will show you my latest new action figure real quick.
So I think we're all into action figures. I'm proper into Marvel. I love my Marvel stuff. So go on.
It is so cool. I just got this. It's a super old
Hulk.
Hasbro Hulk. Is the date on it from 2006? It's from 2006, so it's already 17 years old, nearly an adult, and and I'm looking forward. I want to paint a Hulk wall. I need it. Every graffiti artist has already painted a Hulk wall. You as well? I didn't. You made the crooked one, right?
Yeah, I've done a couple. I've got 2 crooked ones and a really good one.
Okay. And I can't remember a single one of your Hulk walls. Sorry about that, but I have too many Hulk walls in my head already. And
I painted Hulk. I painted Hulk 6 or 7 times.
I never painted Hulk. I never, and I want it. I want to do it.
The recent one I done is it's at the top of my Instagram feed. So it's a Marvel one. So you've got Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, and Captain America. And that's a really good one, but that's really small. So the face was no bigger than my hand. So using that tiny pink stencil cap came into into a major boost. Like, so yeah. It was,
yes. This one with the big shield in front. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this is good.
So
This
yeah,
is so good. How long did you take you to make it?
8 hours.
You are crazy. You did it in one day?
So basically in amongst doing that, I had to go to London in the middle of it. So I did 4 hours on the one day. Then they called me up and said, could you give us all the health and safety stuff for your canvases? So when you display them, do you have insurance? Do you have, if somebody fell over them? And it's loads of logistics stuff. So I had to cut that one day short. And then when I got back from London, I then went and painted it for another 4 hours.
Yeah, sometimes it helps so much to split a project in 2 parts. When my longest YouTube video is 6.5 hours, and it was 2 days also.
Yeah,
it was like 3 hours and 3.5 hours of painting, and of course I could have made this in one day, but it would not have the quality when you have the possibility to have a sleep in the middle and take a little rest. It helps so much to make the artwork better. Definitely.
Yeah. Do you find that like at the beginning, so when you're creating the start of a mural, your productivity is like really high, and then it just slowly diminishes, and then obviously then that's when you then get your quality, then you just kind of just slopes off at the end, and then it's just like, well, if I'd have had a break in between, then obviously then the productivity would have been so much better coming back for the second day. So breaking it up helps a lot. I always find that I do a lot of my projects in one day, and it's a long day, sometimes like 12-hour days and things.
Crazy.
But what happens is I get to the 8-hour mark, and then my productivity is at the bottom. But at the 8-hour mark, or maybe 9-hour mark, I can then start to see the finished product, and I'm like, oh wow, now I can start to see what I wanted to do. And this is when I get excited again, and then I get what's called a second wind, and I'm away again then. And it's just that's what helps me finish a lot of these projects where they're like 12 hours long, where if I know that I can't do it in like 12 hours, I just stop at 8. So I'll do like I work from 9 till 3 or whatever the hours are, and come back the second day, and I'm only there for maybe 2.5 hours, because I'm just so raring to go to finish it. I'll knock it out in 2-3 hours then, and I'm just so much happier with the outcome. But trying to do like I know you hate doing paintings more than 6-7 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours. I no, it's not like that I hate it, but I know what happens when I do it. And when I paint longer than 6 hours, every hour that I put extra to this day will be cut off on my energy level on the next day. Yeah. And of course, I can force myself on the next day, but then it will be double the amount that will be cut off on the other day. And my exhausted level is so high when I do this like several days. I really need to take a real rest and no painting, no nothing. Just chilling to recover when I go over this 6 hours mark. This is what I learned over the years, that this is where I'm productive and where I can do this every day. I can paint every day 6 hours. This is not a problem. This is what feels good, where I'm not getting tired, where I'm happy and everything. But when I have to paint like 3 days, 10 hours, I'm a monster afterwards.
Yeah, because we had some long days when we did the Avatar one, and especially you had some really long days when you did Paint on Walls Festival last year, because you guys took on that's a big wall you did. And for two of you to do it, yeah. Well, to be honest, like it was how you painted it. You painted the whole wall, where there was another guy who painted around the corner from you, and he just did the center spot.
Yeah, Talk and Pout.
Yeah, so they only painted like the center aspect of the wall, where you painted it from floor to ceiling, and every inch of that had detail on it. And it was just, for the size of it, you needed to have like a week. In my eyes, that's what you should have really had. I would have loved to jumped on the wall with you, but I was only there for 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there for any time whatsoever, because my day just got completely ruined by me not booking the right campsite and everything. So, but when you book on for the campsite, have you already done that now for the Paint on Walls Festival?
I don't have to book anything. If the campsite will be there, it is always there. There's always this tents and everything, and there's enough space for a caravan, and I can just drive there, put my caravan over there, and be happy.
Cool. Just wanted to know, because obviously that I'll come with a caravan this time, and then I can leave my wife at the campsite. The kids can run around the field, and then I can actually enjoy painting. We can all come back to the same campsite, and then I can enjoy the actual festivities and the chat and meeting everybody. Because last time I didn't meet anybody from the festival. I was just there. I painted a portrait, and then I was gone. I drove.
But you were there at the evening.
Yeah, but I had to go quite early, because obviously I was still like an hour away from the campsite, because we booked a hotel, and the hotel was like an hour away. But it would have been nice to have got there, a little bit earlier, finished a little bit earlier doing my portrait. We all go back to the campsite, and then we could have had like 4 or 5 hours all having a good catch up and a good chat. Where I just turned up, I had maybe 2 hours talking to you, Dork, Flo,
Kia,
and the rest of the guys. Yeah, Kia. And I was there for 2 hours, and then I had to go again. So this time I want to make sure that I'm at the same campsite as you guys. I can enjoy being there instead of it just being one huge rush. And yeah, make it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience, because I enjoy doing that festival so much. Even though it was a mad rush, it was so good.
And it's, in my opinion, this is the best of these festivals, having the evenings together with the other artists and exchanging experiences and talking about, because we are all from the same universe, and we have the same problems that most of the people around us, when we usually sit on a campfire, we are just talking about the obvious stuff of our work, but we have nobody to have a real exchange with about all these things that happen in the background, even about social media and posting and whatever, or how to deal with requests. And it was so interesting to talk this evening with you about how you deal with making designs for customers, and your answer was, I don't do any.
Yeah,
we are like, how does this work? This does not work at all.
Yeah,
so cool.
So yesterday was exactly the same. I painted up my old school yesterday, and the teacher said, could you come in, paint the wall? We have some ideas from the children. So he went in, he showed me a couple of pieces of paper, and I was like, right, we'll do a dragon, a daffodil, and a logo. And then he was just like, cool. And then the wall needed to be like framed a little bit. So I used the white walls as clouds. And it's turned out really well. Like, it's just a small school wall. This evening I'm doing kids workshops at a local rugby club, and we have no idea what we painted. We're just going to turn up, draw a lot of stuff on the wall, and hopefully it looks okay.
Yeah, for the kids, it is already so interesting just to have the opportunity to spray paint, just to have these tools and to have these different colors and to see how you apply colors to the wall. We just destroyed our garden wall this last weekend.
Yes, I've seen.
Yeah, you haven't seen the real reason why this happened. We had a real nice party on Friday, and it ended up with driving with an excavator through the forest behind our garden wall at 3 o'clock in the morning. and randomly digging holes, and it was so much fun. And then we took out the spray cans and started spray painting. Yeah, what do people spray paint if they spray paint the first time? My whole wall was full of penises, and they were standing like penis in words, different penises with big balls, small balls, and we had a lot of fun. Then there was one guy, he was so inspired that he was painting more than an hour on this wall. Like it was 4 o'clock in the morning when he was still spray painting, and I was like, oh, the black is empty again, and I gave him another black. It was just a big black mess where it was not possible to see anything in it. And the next morning I had a little bit of a headache, and I was watching out of the window, and I thought, yeah, this was a great party, and now I have a reason to finally paint over the artwork that we did with Moan already a year ago. So it's a shame that I'm not able to paint the garden wall more often, but too many projects.
Yeah. So I'm my garden is literally upside down at the minute. I'm digging out everything as well. Fingers crossed. Now, this time next year, I will actually have an office and a studio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to doing that, and then doing these podcasts and things in the studio then, so I can actually hang up some artwork of my own, hang up some artwork of yours, and I've got some stuff from other artists as well, so I can put all them things up. So it'd be interesting to get a little art studio of myself. So have you still got your canvas room?
Yeah, the canvas room is already way more beautiful than it was the last videos. It is slowly growing, and I need to hang now the shelves and everything to the wall and put the action figures. I got a lot of action figures that I want to have in the background, and some artworks from other artists and posters that I still got, and I want to decorate it really good. But all of this will happen in September or something, because now I got so many projects. Then I have to edit all these projects. I've blocked in my schedule. I've blocked more than 3 weeks until September, 4 weeks until September, just for editing, because I got so many extremely cool projects that I don't want to rush with the editing. I don't want to just put them out like your project with Speed. I want to take the time. Nick and me, we were laughing so hard. We just had to talk when I don't know which project was it. One of the last projects when Nick and me had some talk, and then we were laughing so much about your video with Speed. It's just like it's legendary.
Oh man, I was going. To be honest, look, I was doing that video, and everything was just like you just said. I don't want to be a mad rush with doing editing. It was the whole thing. It was just driving to London. London is 5 hours away.
Yeah, terrible.
Got stuck in traffic, so it took 7 hours to get there, and then to get out of the van. And then try and go and find the wall to paint, then try to film everything as you're trying to do it, and then you're just trying to work out what you're trying to do and film everything, and then think about how you're going to like create this like story through it all. And in the end, I didn't have enough footage, and I just thought, just bung it all together and just put it up online and just
The problem that you also had, and this is always a big problem, is that Speed did not want to interact with you in front of the camera. And this is something that is so necessary when you paint with somebody else, and you are able to interact with this person. You are able to talk to the person, introduces himself or has some thoughts about what he's painting, and all this is always lost when you're painting with somebody who says, oh, yeah, okay, let's make a YouTube video, but I don't want to be in a YouTube video. This is like I got the same problem when I paint with Kier all the time, because he does not want to be in a YouTube video, but he wants to paint with me. But I don't have the time to paint without making a video because this is my job.
Yeah. Well,
And-
this is a bit I got confused with as well, because when I asked Speed, I said, "Oh, are you okay being on camera?" And he said yes. So when I was trying to capture him on camera, and then I realized then afterwards that he didn't actually want his face to be on there. So a lot of it then had to be cut out, because I thought I can't try and blur his face because there was so much camera movement and everything. It was just way too much going on to try and blur his face. And when I did try and blur his face out, I did it very, very badly. And
yes.
You know,
but it's nonsense, because when I painted with Speed, he was obviously visible in my videos that we did, and this is it makes things so unnecessarily complicated. If people don't want to talk in front of the camera, I can understand this. So just maybe if you're making a conversation, I always say before I start the conversation, I just ask questions that you can answer with yes or no. And this makes the people feel comfortable. And it is some sort of funny to say something, blah, blah, blah. I'm the clown. I'm the YouTube artist. I talk and make something. And then I ask this person and he says, yes. This is funny. This is so funny. Like when I was on the last jam, this how was it called?
Is this in Paris?
No. Okay, this was the last jam. No, the jam underneath the bridge when it was so cold, and I was painting with Rutze, Rolf, and Fix.
You did the spaceship Smoe.
Yes. And at the end of the video, I was just doing the outro and saying something. And it was the situation that I was able to involve Rutze into the conversation. And he just said one word, and it was so funny. It's like, I love it so much. It is always cool when you have people around you that you can record when you're recording. And when you're recording and have people around you who tell you just right in front of it, I don't want to be in your video with my face. This makes it so wear a mask, idiot.
Yeah.
So I have no problem. Just we should always.
It's so loud.
Yeah. My wife said that I'm talking too loud. But I'm in a podcast. I think YouTube artists should always have like kitty cat masks or something with them, so that the people have the chance. You wear this mask, or you will be visible in my video.
Yeah. Or a clown or a Hulk mask.
No, Hulk is too cool, so they will always wear the Hulk mask.
Yeah.
I want the Hulk mask.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. So yeah, with that video, it was just a lot of clunky, disjointed footage just put together to put out a YouTube video. And I felt like it needed a video, because I went to London, which is obviously kind of like, it's quite far from here. Like, you know, it's kind of a big deal for it all. But at the time as well of like editing it all, I wasn't really getting like the time to sit down and edit it. It was just like I was looking after a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. They're jumping all over me. They're hitting the keyboard. I'm trying to edit this video, and then when it was like getting at the time, my daughter was waking up at like 4:30 in the morning. So it was just like I had zero sleep, and when they were going to sleep, it was just a fact of I was just so tired myself that I was just like I can't edit now, because even though they've gone to sleep at like 8 p.m, I was just so wiped out. I thought I just can't face editing, because as soon as I get the software up and running, I'll just be, you know, it just won't be good. So in the end, I just thought, screw it. I'll edit it with kids jumping all over me. I'll rewatch it once. edit out little bits here and there, and then just put it up. I thought I just need to get it up online.
But
So-
I think it was a bold move from you to put this video online, and I think at the end I would even say it is better to make a bad video than to make no video.
Yeah.
Because I had projects like this as well, but I never uploaded them.
Yeah.
And so I missed the opportunity of a legendary video, and it will be always a legendary video. Everybody who knows you will say the moment when you put the stock footage in, everything was over. It was like now you could have painted naked or whatever. It was like everything was lost.
Yeah. Did you like the stock footage?
Yeah, especially because it still had this watermark in it. It was like, you didn't even take care that it is not visible, that it is stock footage. No, you just took the free stock footage with the watermark. Insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
I didn't see the funny side on it. I just thought it was just a filler. I didn't see no funny side in it. And then when you were saying that video was between
Terrible.
pure comedy and absolutely trash. And
Yeah.
then I rewatched it and I was like, I understand what he's saying now.
I was sitting there, I was shaking my head all the time, like it can't be true. It can't be true. And it's getting worse and worse. And then you were saying something, and then this wind noise is like and Mr. Speed in the background trying to be cool. It was like funny, really funny. You did a great job on this. Great job.
No.
But on the other side, I mean, it was just painting for no reason. It was just painting together for the next painting session, just to have a check mark on the country, or a check mark on the city, or check mark on the collaboration. But it had no deeper meaning. So it is absolutely fine when you make a video like that in such a context. But now I got so meaningful videos. The next videos that I have to do, because it's about climate change. I have this climate change canvas. I traveled with this canvas to Paris. I painted there in front of a castle that is the castle of the Good Planet Foundation. And we were raising money for changing the climate, changing the climate change. And it is
raising awareness for climate change, isn't it?
Yes, also. And you need to be careful how you transport this message, because I don't want to be on the side of the people who say the earth is flat and weather doesn't exist. And this is all manipulated by chemtrails. And so it's like, and the government wants to make whatever together with Bill Gates. And this is there's a very small nuances can make this video change into the opposite way that you wanted to transport the information. And this is why I need to take care about it, and I need to script it all and have a good and strong voice over. And this, I can't do this in a rush in between the projects.
So when can we expect the Paris trip video?
I can tell you when I will edit it. But
By the way, what was it like driving a Tesla?
It was insane. It's like insane.
Yeah.
This thing has 500 horsepower. It's like when you drive with it like with a toy car, like
Yeah.
and when you were in a traffic jam, when the car in front of you starts driving, the car starts driving automatically, and when the car in front of you stops, it stops slowly. It drives you like you're sitting there. It's insane. It's doing everything automatically. It is so chilled to drive with this thing, and the the charging. I was afraid about the charging. I was never sitting in a electric car before, and a lot of people around me told me that it is such a stupid idea to make it with an electric car to drive such a big distance, and it makes no sense. And I said, okay, but I have to drive there with an electric car. I can't drive there with a regular car and burn fuel. It is in for the whole story. It is not possible. It is not possible. It is just not allowed to do it. It would be stupid. It would destroy everything. It's like if I would drive there with a big truck and eat fat burgers while it and throw the trash out of the window and tell somebody that we should be more aware with our environment, it would make no sense. And the charging, it was so fast. I did not expect that it is so fast. It just takes like 25 minutes to charge a Tesla, to drive another 400 kilometers with it, and it costs you like 17 euros.
Wow.
While when you want to drive the same distance with the car of my wife, it's 120 euros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
it was fun, was it?
It is fun. It is very luxurious. You sit there in there very, very good. This big screen is nice. When you say, okay, I want to drive from here to Paris, it immediately tells you, okay, you have to make a stop there. Then you still got 15% of charging of the battery. And when you're driving too fast, it tells you, okay, when you're driving this fast, we have to change the place where you charge your car because you will not reach it. And it is like everything is working in there automatically. I was really surprised because I had no experience with it. And all these, the best situation was when I was in Paris. And there was in front of our hotel, we had to drive around the hotel to reach the parking underneath the hotel. And there was a kid playing with a ball on the sidewalk. Like it was like a situation that you, when you make your driver's license, and what would you do when a kid is is playing with a ball on the sidewalk? And I was driving there, but it was not possible to drive in a bigger distance to this kid because I had other cars on the left side of me. And suddenly the ball was jumping on the street, and the kid immediately ran on the street, and the car was braking automatically. I had no chance to react that fast because the car was braking on its own because it saw the kid, it saw the situation, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm in the future. It was so cool. It was so cool because probably I would not have hit the kid, but ball.
You wouldn't have stopped. Yeah, you wouldn't have stopped as quickly.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. And while driving, suddenly there was a traffic jam on the autobahn, and the Tesla was braking on its own. I wanted to drive faster, and I was like, oh, what's going on? I was looking on the street and like, oh, okay, and it was braking on its own. It's like crazy, so good.
That's so cool. I need to have an experience in one of them.
Yeah, I will drive to Basel in Switzerland next weekend, not this weekend.
Did you hire it?
Yes, from Sixt. I rent it from Sixt, and it was all in all, including the charging, including driving to another country. This is extra. You have to pay extra when you drive outside of Germany. I had a second driver. This was Kia. I had the full insurance for everything, like even when it's stolen or there's a scratch in it or whatever. And I was paying 330 euros for everything.
Wow.
For 4 days. And I think it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. If I would have been driving there with...
It's a luxury car. You know, it's not like a normal standard car. You know, it's a luxury car.
Yeah, it's a lot of plastic in there. It's not like there is no wood in it. It's like plastic, and there is no leather in it. It's plastic and probably healthy and good plastic. I don't know, but probably a healthy and good battery. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement to make it more environmentally friendly, but definitely better than driving with an old car, with a truck, with a tank, driving there with a tank.
Yeah. No, but so that video then for that'll be out in a couple of weeks then, is it?
Yeah, it will take a couple of weeks because I got an idea that I will make the voiceover in the forest. I want to go in the forest and make the voiceover there, and make
Be in nature whilst doing the voiceover and being
Yeah, but it's shocking because through the research that I made all around this topic with climate change and so on is I don't know the English words for it. In Germany, we have two words for forest: Forst,
right.
and Wald.
Is it like woodland?
Forest and woods, probably.
Yeah, woodland.
But the one is natural trees that naturally grow there and that are never touched. Nothing is touched by the human beings.
Yeah,
and the other version is like all planted trees that will be cut down one day and will be made to toilet paper or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did not know that we nearly have no natural grown forest in our country anymore. It's all forests that will get cut down, that is in any way used to make money with it. And I will sit in a forest and at the end say that I'm not sitting in a forest. It's so weird. It's so crazy that we are changing our complete environment and everything just because we can make money with it.
Yeah.
And this is not
in the UK. There are areas so that they call them like village greens or national parks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like woodlands and stuff, so that that was never planted by hand or anything like that. It was just it's all naturally grown trees. But where I am in Wales, there is a national park literally just up the road. No buildings can be built there. You know, everything is protected, and you know, everything's looked after, and everything's like, you know, one with nature and stuff like that. So, but but then again, if I go 20 minutes the other way, there's all rows and rows of trees, and they've all been planted, ready to be cut down, like I said, to make toilet paper or, you know, anything like that. It's all fast-grown trees. But that's the way that it goes, and you see that now. Like, obviously, like when you were probably doing your research, you probably might have seen like things like the rainforest, like what a natural rainforest looks like, and then they grow for palm oil, I think it is, and then every tree is just like in rows, and there's no wildlife there. There's nothing else grows there. It's just these trees, all for palm oil, and it's just destroying like the natural you know, environment of the rainforest. And you know, nothing wants to be there anymore. You know, you don't see any animals, and so it is sad. It is super sad. Like, you know, it's just, unfortunately, it's just men making money. Like you said, if we can't make money from it, let's cut it down and put it with something that can be made money out of.
Yeah, and this is something that I want to
is that what you want to address, like in this service?
What I want to point out as well is that if it was possible to make more money with keeping land, keeping forests like it is, suddenly so many people would say, okay, we keep our forest like it is and we don't cut it down, and we just make maybe a fence around it, or make big holes in all the streets that were going through this forest, because the bigger the forest is, the more money I make. I think the way to motivate people to protect our forests, and it would, if they could make money with it.
Yeah.
Because this is the best motivation for everything. People make so cruel things just for money. So they could also do nice things for money.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity as well, like for the canvas in the future, maybe do something to do with money, like greed or something. Maybe do like like a money, because like I've seen the canvas that you've done for the global warming thing, and it's so cool. You've got like this, you got like an iceberg melting, and you've got loads of stuff like going on inside of it. Maybe try and just an idea for yourself, because I know that you could probably create something really, really cool. Maybe something around greed, and in talking about things like that, like if men can't make money from it, it's not really viable for them and stuff. So maybe do something along the lines of that, like and pointing out like harmful things of greed and things, like it'd be a really cool canvas, I think, and a really good talking point.
Yeah, this is the reason why I painted love in Paris.
Is that what you did? Yeah, because I
Yeah.
haven't seen what you actually. I haven't seen. Is that the? It's the yellow one, that isn't it?
It's the yellow one. Yeah, it's the yellow one.
Yes.
I decided that I will paint love there, because at the end it is so stupid that we always have to go the longer way with the money. But at the end, what can we buy with money? We can buy things, hopefully, that make us happy or feel us good. But if we immediately, directly start with the good feeling, start with the with our personal emotions, with our love, then suddenly everything is easy. It is easy to be to eat only plant-based when you're in love with animals. It is easy to say, okay, I sell my car and I rent an electric car, because I don't need a car anymore, because I'm in love with the environment. And I change tiny things all around me. And the most important thing is, when there's the next election, I put my cross somewhere at a political party that says, okay, we want to continue protecting our forests and everything, and not the next we go back to the oil because we want not that the bad Chinese will whatever. There's so much bullshit in the internet. It's like, it's terrible.
Yeah. But it's funny that, like, because like we create artwork, and it's funny, like, what the talking points that you can create from doing like an art piece, what you can talk about is just like like you doing the environmental piece and stuff. It creates a bit of a conversation around it all of what are we doing to help out. Saying now, we're not really doing the best of things because we are using CO2 cans. But if there's an alternative, I'd use it definitely.
The biggest problem is that there are always people who point with fingers at you when you try to make something good. They tell you, but why are you using spray paints? But why do you have children? I had this in my comments, like, how can somebody be so respectless against nature and the future of humans to have three kids? and I was like, huh? What is this person talking? And like, what's your problem? And then he wrote me how much CO2 one kid produces, and that you can better fly 2 times a year into the holidays with a plane and drive a big truck in comparison to having one single kid when you calculate it with the CO2. But this is like, I think this is an extremistic way of thinking, and I
That's
don't
just
want.
silly.
Yeah. How should we? At the end, we don't want to protect the planet. We want to protect humanity because we are recently changing our environment so much that it will be getting harder and harder to survive as human beings, especially in such a big amount of human beings. I mean, we are like 8
billion.
billion, 8
Yeah.
billion people on this planet, and they will not survive if everyone decides not to have kids anymore or just to have one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think Elon Musk brought that up not so long ago about saying that eventually, it's a bit of a funny quote, really. Eventually, the world will be run by dummies because intelligent people don't have children because they're too busy with their careers and everything, that they just haven't got time to have children. But people who sit around not doing anything all day end up
They're
having children.
Yeah. So thank you for calling me a dummy.
No, I'm saying the opposite. It's nice the fact that someone intelligent is having children, you know?
Yes.
And we're not filling up the world with dummies. So more people to have children, maybe then there'd be less dummies in the world to run the country.
This conversation is it's completely it's meaningless because we are since the last 4,000 years, people are saying, "Oh, the next generation is getting so dumb." It's always the same. It's always the same. I think this is part of, maybe it's made by hormones or made by aging of the brain, that there is this age coming when you are not able to understand the youth anymore, and then you say they are stupid because they were. I'm still so afraid. I remember that I was wearing baggy pants, and my parents, they didn't like it. They really didn't like it, especially when you wear the baggy pants so deep underneath your ass that you can see the whole under trousers. But it was like the fashion back then, and the more your baggy pants was down, the cooler you were. Yes, and I was very cool, and I am just afraid that when my kids,
baggy pants is coming back.
No, baggy pants, all fine. I hope that there will no latex fashion be there, and they're all wearing like super skinny, glossy latex clothes and look like Catwoman.
Yeah,
this would be like this would be the only thing that could be punkers. With colorful hair, or rockers, rockabilly dudes, cyberpunk. Like, this would be so cool. I would even help them make cool costume style clothes and everything. But latex, this really, please not. Not.
Oh man, but no, gonna try and wrap this up now. But no, I'm really looking forward to coming together now and painting with you guys, and obviously having a real good catch up. Maybe I'll bring my camera gear. We could probably do a bit of maybe grab an hour and do a live podcast where we'd all sat together in the same room, and then we can have a proper decent conversation. Maybe then get like other people in. Maybe the guys from Love Letters might want to join in. Maybe make it into a little bit of a thing. But we'll try and grab another hour maybe next week. But we need to get some more of these podcasts out. But I know we've all been really super busy, me included. So it'd be really cool to have a catch up with Doke and Flo. I know they've been really, really busy as well. But
yeah, but next week is all cool. I got a lot of office stuff to do recently, preparation and so on. So all fine. I will be there next week. But to wrap it up, what we are talking about, one thing happened to me that wasn't there before, and I was always making a big circle all around politics and all around meaning.
Yeah,
I was always saying that the artwork itself and making art as an expression of your idea of aesthetics is enough meaning. But I got the feeling that a meaning on top, an understandable meaning on top, a good message or something, could be something that will be seen more often in my artworks in the future.
Yeah.
This is something, it's like a new skill is unlocked. But when I when I make the videos about the climate change project, and afterwards everybody will hate me because my whole community is from the right wing. I don't know. Hopefully not. Then I will have to overthink how I transport my good intentions.
Yeah. But I can't see you having any issues. The work that you do and the way that you get your message across as well. It isn't like you shall listen to me. You just give your point, your opinion, and leave people, come up with their own decision. If they don't agree with you, they don't agree with you, and you're like, okay, that's your decision. You're not out you telling people that they should do this, they should do that.
At the end, it doesn't matter if you drive a big truck and eat meat and so on. The single person doesn't matter at all.
No.
It has to be solved by the politics. This is the big message. The big message is that you need to convince people who have a big might or a big reach, and this includes me. I have a big reach. With big reach follows big responsibility, like Spider-Man said.
With great power. With great power becomes great. But great reach means great responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, and this makes great. And what can be wrong? What can be wrong when you say that you want to take a little bit more care about environment and maybe rethink your behavior just to feel good, and also try to motivate people, not by talking too much about it, because this annoys me so much. I hate these vegans in the internet. Vegans in the internet are the most annoying thing that it's like terrible when we got a German vegan. She calls herself the military vegan, and she goes with butcher clothes completely full with blood and a megaphone. She goes into Burger King and screams to the people, "You are killing animals! You are murderers!" And it's just like, it is so stupid. This does not help anyone at all. Nobody.
Yeah. There's a certain way to get a message across, and like you said, it's to do with the people with the reach. Like governments and things like that. They're the ones that need to, put down legislations and stuff, and they're the ones with the power. They're the ones that can, make the improvements. Everyone, like the guys working in Burger King, they're not the ones out there, making the decisions. They're just trying to put money and food on the table.
I didn't even know that so much of our taxes are going to the meat companies who are producing meat, there's so much money from our government going to make sausages and meat cheaper. If they just would not do this, it would be so expensive that the people would not buy it anyways. I mean, it would be so easy to make it from the politics side to solve these problems. But they just don't do it because there is too much money in the game, and they probably get some money from big companies who are making money with oil and meat and wood and whatever. And this is a big problem.
Yeah. But no, it's a massive rabbit hole you can go down with all this, like, you know, politics and trying to get the big man to make a decision. But I don't think that's a conversation that we can change in the world. It's up to them.
Yeah.
But no, great catching up, man.
Good. 1 hour. Now my wife wrote me a message. Tell me when you're done.
Cool.
So I will tell her that now she can work and I will not talk that loud anymore.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
This has been T and Smoe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Sorted, right?